Servus and welcome to Flo's German Kitchen. I'm Flo, this is my kitchen, and I show you how to cook the German way. Today we're making Krautschupfnudeln, Bubespitzle mit Kraut, German potato noodles with sauerkraut. Krautschupfnudeln is very often served in South Germany in winter on Christmas markets, but also in street food festivals, and yeah, it is sort of a traditional German street food. Krautschupfnudeln is a pretty quick and pretty simple recipe. All you need is the Schupfnudeln, some sauerkraut, onion, bacon bits, salt, pepper, and of course a good guzzle of German beer. Wunderbar. These are the Schupfnudeln, German potato noodles. These are actually bought from the store. Usually I make them myself, but today I didn't have the time. But there is a video where you can watch how to make your own Schupfnudeln, especially in places where you can't buy them at all. The sauerkraut is also homemade. I fermented that myself. There's also a video on that. Great stuff. It is so flavorful. I don't want to buy sauerkraut anymore. I just make it my own. So let's start. I will get a pan, set up my stove, and be back in a minute. In the video on how to make Schupfnudeln, I told you one thing, that we never use the Schupfnudeln just like that. What we always do in Germany is to sear them in some butter so they get slightly brown, got a little crust. The pan is hot, butter is ready, let's go. These guys are pretty easy to handle. They're pretty tough. That's because they probably got a much higher rate of wheat flour than when I make them myself. When I make them myself, I always try to make sure to keep the part of potatoes as high as possible and use as little flour, just because I like the taste of the potatoes so much. When you make Krautschupfnudeln and you're in a hurry, what you also can do is to just fry everything. Later on you will see the onions, the bacon, the kraut. That's gonna go to the pan as well. So you can do it all together, but I prefer to make the Schupfnudeln first because I really want to be in control over the grade of searing, so that they all got their piece of crust and all, yeah, just look beautiful and taste beautiful. Then I take them off again and start with the rest of the stuff. So while these guys are cooking, if you want to help me make this the #1 place for German cooking on YouTube, all you have to do, and this is a good time to do it, like my videos, subscribe to my video, leave comments, just let YouTube know this is great content, so YouTube will show it to more people and make this channel grow. Thanks for that, we can make it. Yeah, these guys look very good, that's what we want. I'll put them back on the plate and go on right away with the bacon. Yeah, and I can also already add the onions. And with bacon and onions, it is always the same. I make sure that the bacon doesn't get too brown, that it doesn't get dry. So I don't use very high temperature. Rather, give it a little more time and have better results. The people that sell the Krautschupfnudeln on markets or street food festivals, they usually have these huge cast iron pans, and they will just, like, when one half is sold out, they will start the process again in one half of the pan while the other is being sold. If this is empty, they start over again. So they are using the same huge pan the whole day. And of course that That seasons the pan more and more, and it, yeah, tastes really great. This is already enough because onions and bacon, they both will sear a bit more and cook a bit more when the kraut is in, which is the next thing I do. And you can see there is still some, let's say, kraut juice, brine, whatever. You can strain the kraut, but I like to keep the juice because it just adds more flavor to the whole thing, and it's gonna evaporate anyway. If you use the sauerkraut juice, just make sure that it's really evaporated before you add the Schupfnudeln again. At least I do that because I don't want them to get soft again. I like to keep that brown crust a little, yeah, crusty. This looks perfect. Let's get those guys united. Now I reduce the temperature, just let it rest for a while, and already give it a try. Yeah, that's not bad already. The kraut brings a lot of salt to the dish, so I only add some pepper and just really a little salt. And this is already it. I'll just get myself a nice plate and then we'll taste this together. Now that looks so delicious. I want to eat it now. This is lovely. The combination, you get the juicy kraut, you get still that slight crust on the Schupfnudeln, bacon. This is just such a rustic combination of textures, of flavors. You got the juicy kraut, you got that slight crust on the Schupfnudeln, you got bacon bits, you get the sour taste from the kraut, you get salt. It is just really, really a wonderful thing. You should make that at home. You will definitely celebrate it. And that's what you should do. Celebrate German cooking, celebrate Krautschupfnudeln. Cheers on Krautschupfnudeln. Wunderbar.